So this is the unit that we started with. I think it's a Spanish designed unit. Can't tell you the name. So just gave it a lick of Dulux paint. I can't remember. I think it took nearly 4 coats in the end. Because the top of the unit was a bit too wide for our bathroom or where we wanted to fit it, I cut the sides off the countertop part of it, I suppose you might call it. The skill saw was really handy. It's fairly light. First kind of time using it. Bit nervous making these cuts because I could have made a bit of a balls of it, but they actually turned out fine in the end. Gave a nice clean cut. Got a more of a precision blade than the one that came with it, but yeah, it actually turned out pretty nice. Was left with the 2 pieces, which I might actually try and use for something else down the line. Maybe even just a nice little ledge to put a photo on or something along those lines. Then just gave it a run over with the electric sander, get the heavy stuff off it, and then kind of finished off the edges with a bit of hand sanding. So this is just the first coat of paint, just to give it a bit of a lift. As you can see here, cut an access hole for the waste and the water supply in the back. Another quick cut with the saw. So as you can see, it fitted in pretty nicely here. Always worth measuring twice and cutting once. So as you can see, this is where the water supply took a bit of a fiddle and a couple of extender things and a flexible P-trap, but worked fine. So to allow the drawer to work, I had to make some adjustments to that as well, so that would fit around the P-trap. Again, the saw just marked it out carefully what kind of space we needed for the trap and the water supply. Masking tape was handy just as a good reference guide for doing the cuts, particularly these kind of drop cuts here. But again, as the blade wasn't too big, it was not too tough of a job to get done. It was pretty easy. So yeah, I did both sides and then just did the cross cut here. And then, as you'll see, it just kind of was a case that the piece actually came out. And then this piece actually that you see here was reusable then to kind of box off the area in which the waste pipe would sit. As you can see here, just a few screws and a couple of nails got that together, and a bit of a lick of paint as well just to finish it off nicely. Next job was cutting the hole for the sink to fit in, so the waste pipe of the sink. So that took a bit of while. It's a hard top, so it was well charged battery required in the drill. Here I'm just marking out measuring out the area for the water pipes that will connect up to the tap, which will sit on top of the sink. Again, because we're working with a hard wood, it's really, drill bit really heated up, so have a little glass of water on hand just to cool off the bit. Finish it off with a bit of Danish oil. Looks nice. Just had it handy as well from doing the countertop. It will require a bit of regular kind of topping up once every couple of times every year. Just the finished product then. Should have, of course, showed how I install the sink, but it's simple as just popping it on top and sealing it with a bit of glue or kind of silicone. Then as you can see how the drawer works here. So that's just how it fits in. So you still have a lot of room in your drawer. It's still very usable and very handy. As you can see, that's all the final coat of paint, and would have taken off the ironworks there and given them just a spray with a nice gold spray. They were black, so they're kind of nice and bright now. There's plenty of room inside for all your bathroom accoutrements, and yeah, it turned out alright. Just have to finish off that little bit there and see how it goes. That's the side, so as you can see, that's where the need was to cut off the 2 sides. But all in all, pretty good.